Happy Tuesday, everyone, and welcome to the Jeremiah Patterson Show. It is officially launch day. It is September 9th, 2025. It is the launch day of the Jeremiah Patterson Show's new platform, our very own new website, tjpsnews.com, officially up and ready. It's been published as of this morning. I'm super excited to finally reveal this with all of you. And I'm just incredibly grateful and blessed and filled with so much gratitude and humility as I officially have launched this. Here we are. And of course, it comes with incredible access to different things. I'm super excited in terms of what this is going to look like and how many people are going to be joining this community here on this website, and how this community is really just growing, not just on one platform, but multiple platforms, and reaching people, not just here in the United States, but across the world. So I'm super excited to have all of you here on my very own new platform, tjpsnews.com. Of course, this is the home page of tjpsnews.com, and one of the very first buttons that you see actually here is become a member of TJPS today. Now, this is how you essentially become a paid member to our website here on TJPS News. So if you are someone that wants to become a paid supporter to my work, as I am an independent journalist and I work very hard to do this work, if you're someone that wants to become a paid member, these are the options in order to do so. Of course, incredible packages that comes with access to different things that you would not normally get if you were not a paid member of the Jeremiah Patterson Show. But it has different tiers there, and it's described, so I'm super excited about that. Those packages are also going to be enhanced very soon as more content is being pushed for paid members of the Jeremiah Patterson Show. But in addition to that, if you scroll down just a bit here, you'll see that there is a featured content section. So 3 videos here that you can check out. It's like some of the most top performing videos from the Jeremiah Patterson Show, or videos that I feel were essential for everyone to know about. You scroll down, it's like, I think this is the About Me section, and then it actually goes into more about me if you click on that button. And then there's a whole host of different things. You have the news section, where essentially you'll be getting updates in terms of the special interviews that are coming up on the Jeremiah Patterson Show, announcements. The news section will also contain actual news about things that are going on in the world and the country in regard to politics, or in regard to communities, or things that we are going to be covering here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show. You will be able to get that in our news section. But in addition to that, if you scroll all the way down to the bottom, please be sure to insert your email in the sign up section, because in that section specifically, when you insert your email, you officially will be signed up for the TJPS newsletter that will be sent out in terms of, just basically talking to my subscribers, talking to my audience, and sharing with you what's happening here behind the scenes at the Jeremiah Patterson Show and what reports are coming up. So I'm so very excited about that. And of course, we have the specials and documentary section, the official home noun for all of the documentaries on the Jeremiah Patterson Show that I've produced. A lot more of them are on YouTube, so you'll be able to find more of them there, but most of them are here now on the website. I still will be doing the TJPS Evening News Show, even though I'm stepping more into investigative journalism now, after having done this for 7 years. I'm super excited about this. But the TJPS Evening News Show will now air primarily on YouTube at 8 p.m. Eastern every Wednesday, except this week it's going to be airing on Friday, September 12th, because that's when I'm officially returning back on camera to deliver these news shows again. So I'm super excited. We have, of course, all 3 Missouri State House Democrats that are going to be on the Jeremiah Patterson Show in regard to what they are doing, just courageously and just showing incredible tenacity by sitting in the Missouri State House Capitol, protesting racist redistricting maps that Republicans are trying to do in the state of Missouri. Of course, this is something that has been orchestrated and orchestrated by Republicans across the country, of course, ordered by Donald Trump himself. This is their way of election power grabbing, effectively, voter suppression, to take away Democratic representation, to take away minority power in terms of them being able to use their voices, their votes, to voice their concerns and to vote in an election. So we are watching that very closely right now. And all three of those Missouri Democrats that are currently sitting in still, it's been over 100 hours at this point. They are going to be joining me exclusively on the Jeremiah Patterson Show this week. So I'm very excited for that and looking forward to that interview. So that's going to be here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show this week. Exclusive updates will be here on tjpsnews.com. Of course, you do want to make sure that you're subscribed to our YouTube channel, the Jeremiah Patterson Show, but definitely make sure that you are, if not a member, that you're signed up for updates for our website here on tjpsnews.com, because a lot of home information and essential information is going to be on this website, because this is my platform. When it comes to the Truth in Transit series, goodness, that's my baby right there, the Truth in Transit series. This is my new traveling investigative journalism series. It officially has a home now here on my website, tjpsnews.com. And for the Truth in Transit series here, it basically has a video telling you what this series is about and what my mission is. There's also a donation section if you would like to support my work by donating, essentially funding those traveling investigations. There also are dates here of where I'm going to be in certain cities on certain days. And as you can already see, I have 2 special investigative journalism trips planned starting this month. So the first one is September 25th through September 28th to Baltimore, Maryland. I'm going to be on the ground in Baltimore, Maryland, really just investigating what's going on there in terms of Donald Trump threatening to deploy the National Guard to Maryland. Of course, that is something that we've been seeing in DC in terms of National Guard deployment against the wishes of local officials. And what we're seeing is that this is something that is really essentially being done, essentially targeting cities that are run by Black officials. I mean, that's what's been happening here. This is racially motivated to start something, effectively. And so that's what we are seeing. And so September 25th through the 28th, I'm going to be in Baltimore, Maryland on the ground there, just investigating, doing some investigative journalism, getting some footage, interviewing members of the community there, as well as speaking with local and state officials. I've already reached out to the governor of Maryland for a press inquiry. For an interview. I've already reached out as well to the mayor of Baltimore, Maryland, to speak with him. But not just about this, but also what's going on in terms of the Democratic resistance to redistricting racist Republican redistricting maps that they're trying to do in Maryland as well. Again, this is something that's not just happening, that didn't just happen in Texas. It's not just happening in Missouri. They're effectively trying to do this all across the country. That's why I say, don't just watch what's happening at the national level, also watch what's happening in your local levels as well, as we're seeing essentially Republican authoritarian power grabs at the local level as well, consolidating power. That's why your local elections are super important. November is coming up. Know who's on the ballot. Your local positions are paramount. So be sure to vote, especially while we still can. I mean, the institution of voting, the institution of elections right now is extremely fragile. And it is something that is deeply concerning what's happening. It is an era that we are going into where the 2026 midterms is extremely unlikely, if we're going to be realistic, per everything that has happened thus far in terms of the eroding of guardrails and institutions that protect elections in this country, and just everything that has been happening in terms of investigative journalism that's been done on what's been going on in regard to election equipment and just making sure that we do not have safe or fair elections in this country, as we are in an authoritarian dictatorship. That is something that we have to contend with daily. So there's a lot going on in the news right now, and I'm officially back to cover it. The TJPS Evening News Show is still going to be continuing. And then, of course, the Truth in Transit series is going to be just building more and more as the weeks and the months go by. And of course, the second trip that I have planned for this Truth in Transit series as of right now is October 14th through the 16th. I will be at former Vice President Kamala Harris's 107 Days book tour in Durham, North Carolina. I will be essentially in the front row capturing exclusive footage here from my audience, the Jeremiah Patterson Show, all of you members here, and just getting special footage and, potentially interviewing the former vice president and having that be something that is broadcasted here on the show. So I'm super excited about that special occasion. I'm super excited about that moment, as well as the potential to interview the former vice president and have that exclusively aired here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show. So I'm super elated about the Truth in Transit series. It's really just traveling the country, by Amtrak and by plane, getting different stories, and just investigating what's going on. I want to investigate what's going on in Asheville, North Carolina, in regard to, cancerous chemicals in the water. I want to investigate, what's going on in rural parts of like Missouri and other different parts of the country who are hurting as a result of the passage of Trump's, big evil law, and how that's, affecting rural communities in terms of hospitals shuttering, as well as, nursing homes closing down. There is so much out there that needs to be investigated that is underreported. And yes, I get that we're in a fast moving cycle, but we have to keep our eyes open, heads up, and stay focused about what's going on. There's so much that's going on right now. And you can't forget about those individual communities that need a spotlight shined on them. And so that's what I'm going to be doing here at the Jeremiah Patterson Show. So if you support that work, if you support that mission, if you support that sentiment, please be sure to consider donating to fund those investigations. So in addition to all of this, I just want to say it is good to be back. I'm super excited to officially be back here, reporting the news without fear, favor, or corporate interference. It's a new chapter, but I'm excited. It is a blessing that I am still here. It is a blessing to still be doing this work, and I couldn't be more grateful. I couldn't be more humble. I couldn't be more energized for the road ahead, and I'm just ready to do this. So here we go. The Jeremiah Patterson Show is officially up. TJPSnews.com is officially up and launched. Please share it with your family and friends. This is huge. Here we go. Our first show back will debut September 12th, 2025, this Friday. So please stay tuned. Make sure that you become a member of the Jeremiah Patterson Show and spread the word with everybody you know. It's going to be great.